tell I'm getting a little bit better, I think, or I'm reinforcing bad habits, which I'm hoping isn't the case, but we'll see.
Okay, so in this one, we're going to go over the opening that you only have to learn once, and you're going to be able to play for white and black. Okay?
The King's Indian?
No.
Okay.
Remove that from your head because we're going to go for a different strategy altogether.
Okay,
I call this the Hippo. The Hippo, okay?
That sounds great.
Okay, and you're going to start off, and I saw you with the Fianchetto, and Fianchetto is basically when you play, you know, the G3 stuff, and you play like this.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to do the exact same thing, except you're never pushing a pawn too far. You're literally all your pieces in the back rank, and no matter how they play, you're going to have a very clear setup, right? So let's say they play something like E5, right? Bishop G2, D5. They try to take the center, which is what they're supposed to do. Okay, we're just going to play very easily D3. Let them develop. We're going to develop a knight. Let them develop, and now we're going to develop the other bishop. Right? This is exactly what you were doing. Yeah.
Yep.
Castle. Doesn't matter what they do. We're going to try to get this set up, and don't lose a piece. And it's super troll, but I literally just played a game with this, just saying, hey, does this work again? And even at my level, I destroy people. Right? And so,
sick.
And then here, and then knight here. If they play here, just remember that you can't castle. Okay? Because if you castle, you're going to lose this pawn. Right? Because the rook is defending the pawn. For
sure. Yeah, that is a double attack from the queen and the bishop, and you want to have the same attacks back.
Right. So, but our goal is to get our kings over to H2. Right?
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is you're going to play king F1. King G1. King H2. Can you see it?
Wait, I'm going to move all the way over there to have wait, why would I do that?
So you can have access to move the rook somewhere. And so instead of castling to losing the pawn, we're gonna get the same position, but we're just -1 move. But it's fine because everything is closed. Now, the very impatient player and the weaker player will want to push one of these pawns, and they're like, I just want to trade off. And
okay, yep. I understand this. Yeah.
And what you're going to do is you're going to say, no, I'm not trading off anything. However they push. If they push this way, you say nope. Okay. But now we have clear, defined plans to go for. Now here, let's go over the first one, right? They play here, we play here. Our objective is to make this possible. So here, rook here, bishop here, move this knight away somewhere, and then push F4. Because we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces attacking F4.
Jesus fucking, that's way too dang. Jesus Christ. All right.
They push this way, we close here, and now our objective is to play C4.
Okay. Makes sense to me. This all makes perfect sense to me.
Super simple. Super simple stuff. And now, after you play this, you're going to get your rooks into the play, and then you're going to play C4. And now all of your pieces are developed. You don't have to worry about me yelling at you for development. You cover everything, and you're literally going to outplay them. And so let's say a position happens, right? So let's make a move for them. After here, let's say they play something like this. B6.
Yeah.
C4. Takes.
Take.
Guess who has more control of the center?
Yeah, us.
Right. We're threatening here. Maybe we're going to play rook C1. Queen C2. This pawn's very weak. Right? Right now we can even win the pawn in some lines. You got to be careful about this though.
Okay.
Right? So this is already, I would say, an advantage for white. And all we're going to do is keep developing pieces onto good squares. Right now our worst piece is this rook. So maybe king G1, king H1, queen C2, and then move the rook over to C1.
I actually love that a lot. Because I've never considered that a single time, just moving my king over, because I have seen that a lot, and I am definitely I'm definitely not against that as well. Like, I also panic when like I have to make a move because my opponent is just fucking with their setup. So I can definitely see how that would crush people just by impatience happening, especially during us speed chess. That's so fucking cool. Is it actually called the Hippo, or are you just saying that because I think that would be cute?
So I've been teaching this this setup for a while. I think it's called something else, but I'm gonna name it what I'm gonna name it because this is the way I teach it. So it's called the Hippo to us. Yeah.
That's great. All right, wait. So can I interact with the board too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh wait. So is it this and then this and then it's this and then this and then what? Obviously, my opponent would play like this. Is it, is it not that? Oh wait, they have to go again. Is it this?
Yep.
I bring my horse to. Oh, I move another pawn forward. Oh, right. We have the double pony middle. Then we have crazy coverage, and then it's. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Do you want to know why I call it the Hippo and why it's so easy to remember? Okay, this is why I call it the Hippo, right? This is the head of the Hippo right here. And these are the legs, right? And so this is the big body of the Hippo. And that's why for my kids it's very easy to understand that this is called the Hippo. So
did you just say your kids? Have you taught this to kids?
I taught this to kids with great success. Great success.
Shit. All right, fine. That's all right. Hey, we're content creators regardless. Probably have the mental capacity of a child regardless, so it'll probably work out.
Right. Okay, so basically you're basically set up. They're not attacking here. So once they make a move, you castle.
Yeah. What I don't walk over?
You don't have to because they're not attacking the square. Remember, you only walk over if they're attacking the square with the bishop and the queen, right? Because you would lose a pawn.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
But in this case, you don't have to. And now now that we're all developed and ready, then we're able to push somewhere. We can get our rooks to good squares.
Yeah.
And then we're able to push whenever we want to. But now we're ready.
Is this weak to, what's it called? Is this weak to fried liver?
Oh, no. No. This is the fried liver. Okay. The fried liver is this here. And this is called the fried liver attack. So basically, they play something like this, knight here, here, and here.
And then you fork the queen and the rook and you make them decide.
Right. So here, I mean, this is like, I think black is doing great here if they know the line, but you have to know the line. Yeah. And this is what's played, like, this is what all coaches teach in scholastic chess. But it's just tricks. It's fun, but it's just a trick.
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
So you don't think anybody's going to try to pull that off to fucking BM me?
But they can't. That's the whole point. Let's say they try.
True.
Let's say they try. Right? Let's say they let's say you're on the black side of this, right? Let's say you're white and I'm going to flip it over and they try to go for like a little fried liver attack, right? G6. They play knight f3 here. Bishop c4. d6. And they play knight here?
Yeah.
You say, okay, so what? Go next. You're attacking the knight already?
Oh,
you play e6. We're going to play these moves anyway. Right? So let's say they defend their knight. h6. Oh, now you have to move the knight. And then we keep going with our strategy.
If they were to go for that one, then you can just kill it. So it wouldn't even matter.
Exactly. And then we keep going for our strategy. Right? And now we're actually up tempo.
Yeah, because they wasted a move.
Exactly.
Sick. Dope.
And so
there is one thing I want to make sure. Can you teach me how to checkmate with a bishop and a horse today? You
literally don't need to know that. Like, if you get to there, a draw is a good thing because honestly, like it's useless knowledge, but it's okay. Hold on, I will show you.
Sure. I had that scenario yesterday, and I fucking couldn't figure out how to do it.
It barely happens.
Timed out.
It barely happens. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. So basically, I'm gonna set up the book position.
Sure.
Okay. So this is with white to move. This is the book position. And so basically it's here, so they have to go back, and then usually they try to go to the corner that's opposite your bishop because you can't mate them there, but they would have to know that knowledge, right? Anyways, here, and then we do something called the W maneuver, and it looks like the king is getting out, but then we lock him in, and so our knight controls these squares, our bishop controls these squares, and our king controls these squares, right? So has to come back. Right, and then we just continue our W.
I think that was my problem, is that I didn't use the king. I was only using the horse and bishop. I should have known that I should have used them both.
Yep, and it's mate from here. So, very easy.
Mate would be hit there.
Well, they have to go here, here, here. We can make in just any move with the bishop because here, and any waiting move, I think. Let's say here, 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 here. Drag him to the corner.
God, it's so frustrating just to look at. It's so obnoxious, dude. Fuck me. So it is pretty damn tough, right?
Mate.
Is that mate, really? Wait, so we can't go. That's blocked. Yeah, that's blocked. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. Okay. Jesus, it's so obnoxious just to like look at. Fuck. Damn. All right. Dope. Right. So it is possible. It's just it takes forever. Gotcha. That's
right.
Hard as shit to do.
Yeah, honestly, it's not even worth remembering. There are more things like that. Opening stuff is better.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. So let's go back into it.
Sure.
Right. So let's say they play d4. Okay. And you can either start with this one or with this one. Okay. Doesn't matter. We're gonna play the same kind of openings, right? And so let's say they play a knight f3, here c4, like good opening moves.
Yep.
Right. Bishop f4. Knight here. Knight c3.
I love that shit so much. This setup play is so sick.
G6, or you can even play D6 here. Doesn't really matter. Because if they ever push, then we know to push. And then play F5. And then we have a great center. And then
if you were to if you were to push that pawn there, and then he were to take with the bishop, then the pawn. Okay, yeah, true. Okay, no.
Yeah. And yeah, it doesn't really matter what they play.
And so like for this, so let's say I'm going to study this and I'm going to play this pretty much every single game for the rest of the night until I have it ingrained in my body. I'll probably play at least 5-6 hours of chess with this strategy tonight just to ingrain it into my body. What's the end game like? Like what's like, is it just counter the plays, take the pieces and overwhelm them? Or is there a specific maneuver that I need to go with? Like, is there certain kill combos that can be set up with this setup that excel more than others? Like, is this like, does that make sense? Like, is there any specific kill combos to go for with this setup?
With this setup, no. Yeah. So you're basically waiting for them to be impatient and push too early. One of the best ways to like try to combat it, and I won't explain it because your competitors are going to probably look at this so into too much detail, is to try to make this actually work.
Okay.
But I won't tell you how. So they don't counter you.
but let's say, can we talk off stream about it?
Yep. That's fine.
Let's go. You think people would actually watch my VOD? You think people? Oh God, I guess I can't blame them, but like.
Right.
All the people to prepare for, I don't think people should be worried about me too much, to be real, but...
I mean, we have 18 people watching on my YouTube channel, I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, God. All right. Gotcha.
They might be one of them.
Yeah.
No, right, so sorry. So, yeah, D4, B6 here, or you can start with G6. Doesn't matter. So, D4... and then G6 here. E4, and they think you're going to go for a modern, and you're going to develop like you are, but you're not. Excuse me.
That's all right.
All right, great. So D6, and they think you're going like for King's Indian kind of stuff, and your play is almost like a King's Indian, almost.
Yeah,
but not quite. And literally, you can just stop any of their play. Let's say bishop b3, b6. You can stop. You can even start with a6 to make believe like you're gonna play b5, and they can even play like a4, and then you play here. And if they ever play here, then we play here. You just never take any of their pushes, any of their advances.
You're never vulnerable.
Yeah,
wait,
exactly.
So what if wait? So let's say we move the pawn to right there. What would we have done about the horse?
Going where?
Oh, well, there's a pawn blocking it. Jesus Christ! All right, yes. Holy,
it's solid.
Impenetrable, dude.
It's solid, yeah.
Holy fuck! What the fuck? All right, this is dope. I love this shit, man. So like literally, this is like putting the game in my hands, and if my vision is big enough, I shouldn't ever blunder, as long as I'm being super careful and aware. All right.
Well, right. So the whole point of this is you have a setup, you have a plan, and it's literally like set play. Mm-hmm. You know, like there are a lot of like games that you just have macros and stuff like that. This is basically a macro. Like if they do this, you do that. If they push, you push. You never take.
Out of curiosity, what if it's a hippo mirror match? Somebody in chat was asking, what if both of you were playing the hippo?
Okay, if you're both playing the hippo, then you're just gonna keep playing, and then you're finally gonna develop all your pieces, and then you're gonna make a push somewhere. Maybe you go on the king side, the queen side, in the center. But that's up to you to decide. And you have many different plans, so it's not gonna just be boring.
Yeah. So at that point, it's really first person to fuck up loses, I would assume. Right. Just take advantage.
But the point is, you're actually in a middle game now instead of getting destroyed out of the opening.
That's true. Yeah. Making it past the early game is great because I think I blundered my queen. I think I blundered my queen 4 times yesterday.
Just yes. I was gonna say more, but
yeah, just yesterday I was losing my fucking mind. The amount of rage quits I had yesterday. The amount of times I lost my queen to a bishop, I was like, "Fuck, dude!" Damn, it was driving me nuts. Okay.
So let's go into some offbeat stuff. So like, let's say they play g6. So let's say g4. Right. Yeah. We can start off here with d6. And if they play h3, then we just play here. This is called a grob, and it's not a good opening. But you can tackle offbeat stuff. It looks very natural, but we're literally gonna do our set play. Yeah. Cool. Right, and let's say something you haven't seen before, like let's say f4, the bird's opening, right? Okay. We're gonna look like we're gonna play like something very natural, but then we just get into our set play.
I love this so much. This is so cool. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the King's Indian, I got excited because it was something I haven't seen before, and I like the setup plays. Like now knowing that like this is something that you teach, like something that you borderline. Like I love how it's your name. I love how it's the hippo. It might be called something else. The fact that you call it the hippo, dude. I want to rep this shit, dude. Fuck, I'm so excited.
Do it. And so for those and there are a lot of people in your stream that really don't play a lot of chess, but the one thing that's going to make you better at chess is doing tactics and doing chess puzzles. Yep. So literally go on chess.com, go to puzzles, and then puzzles again, and then just work on your tactics. Because once you understand what's there, your mind is going to open subconsciously. It's just going to immediately